the thing about seasonal depression is like it's one of those, oh well, today I'll just stay in the couch, and then it's like, well, tomorrow I'll just stay in the couch, and now you've been inside on the couch, ain't moved for the past month. Like you gotta stay ahead of it. It's one of those things that can very easily sneak up on you because you're like, oh well, it's just cold and cuddly, and that's true. But it's different when it's your mind creating the circumstances for you, as opposed to, you know what, today I want to rest. Hey y'all, and welcome to Let's Talk Sis. I'm Shekinah, your host, and as we spend time together, I can promise you three things. I'll be honest, I'll make you laugh, and I won't hold back. Let's Talk Sis is your essential girl talk destination where you'll hear about life from the perspective of a Black woman in America, as our stories often go untold. I can assure you, while honest, we are a community for growth and love. Remember to like, subscribe, and share the podcast. Now sit back, relax, and let's talk, sis. Hello, 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 beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Sis. Okay, what Let's Talk Sis is a safe space for Black women who have not felt seen, heard, or valued. Sis, we have room for you here. I am your host, Shekinah, and this is absolutely one of my favorite places to be. And can I just toot my own horn a little bit because we've been rocking strong, okay? This whole weekly podcast episode thing, it's been happening. Okay, it's been happening. And if y'all are locked in, if you are listening, if you're coming back looking for the new episodes every week, let me just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Again, I appreciate each and every single one of y'all who decide to listen, who decide to share, who decide to subscribe to the podcast. And if this is your first time hearing this episode, that means you didn't get a chance to catch us on our Friday live. Okay, we are live on some platforms Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern, and I would love to have you join us. I want you to get in these comments. I want you to get help me do my sound check. I want you to help me make sure things are connecting. Okay, I am heard in the comments. Amen. That's what a girl wants. Okay, so join the sisterhood, and once you come over here and you're like, dang, I want to know more about this, or I've been wanting to talk about that, just go ahead and send me an email at the Let's Talk Sis pod at gmail.com, and let me know what you want to talk about, whether that's a timeline topic you found interesting, whether it's a question that you have, or you just want to have some girl chat. Sis, I want to hear about it, so please email me with the subject line Let's Talk Sis. And shout out to my sisterhood. They are here and they are in the chat. I see Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. Welcome. It's a good time over here. I see Kimberlyn. And listen, better late than never. The party is actually just getting started. So you are right on time. All right. So let's get into it. And we're going to start this week off with our timeline topic. Okay. Now, if you are in an environment where you need to be censored, now is the time to go ahead and put them headphones on. I don't make that disclaimer, but I would think by now you would know. Just put the headphones on, chat, because I don't know what I'm going to be saying. I'm about to cuss. I'm about to cuss a lot. So if you're cussing verse, just hear my heart, please. Okay. Hear my heart. To see the visuals, obviously you got to go down to the YouTube, but let me go ahead and share my screen so that we can share in this together. Okay, here is an amazing post from no period BS period therapist that I seen on Instagram. It goes like this, and they're bullet points. Guilt says I fucked up. Shame says I'm fucked up. Blame says you fucked up. A reframe says we all fuck up sometimes. It's part of being human. Perspective says the fuck up feels big now, but it's small in the long term. A dialectic says I fucked up and I'm learning how to do better. The repair says when I fuck up, I make things right. Resilience says, I fuck up, recover, and grow stronger. Empowerment says, fuck ups are opportunities to learn and improve. And wisdom says, each fuck up teaches me something valuable about myself and the world. Now, I wanted to share this because I thought it was a powerful journey on perspective, if you will. A lot of times when we fuck up, we are in our head and I can be so unkind to ourselves and so in the moment, right? And I know especially in this social media world, this microwave age where things are coming and going like this. They tell us, live in the moment, stay present. But when you fuck up, it's like in the moment of that mess up, it's not always a good place. It's not always a fun place to be. It's not always the most enlightening place. And I think it's powerful that we go through this journey and we end on wisdom because wisdom, I think, takes time, experience to attain, but we end on understanding that each time we mess up, it teaches me something valuable about myself and the world. And how much better of a perspective is that on the same situation, the same mistake, the same issue, but it gives you this little bit of hope, this little bit of um a little silver lining in that, okay, yes, it takes accountability, right? I did mess up, but I can learn something about myself. I can learn something about the world. If it's, I am always running late, well, I don't have to say, damn, I'm so fucked up. Like, why can't I ever just be on time, right? That's shame. Or, well, you could have told me, you could have you should have reminded me, that we had to be out the house even though it's on the calendar and we texted about it all day. That's blame, right? Oh, well, I fuck up, it's a part. I'm late sometimes, it's just a part of, it's a part of life, right? That's a reframe, but you're still being late, sis, right? And then we move into perspective where it's like, dang, I missed this big moment and I'll never get any big moments again because I was running late, right? Or I'm running late. All everybody keeps telling me I'm running late. Like I think I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna start setting alarms for myself to run out the house. And then you go and you go, you go and you go. And it's like, running late actually made me realize I have this sense of anxiety or this sense of avoidance that I'm actually expressing through my lateness. Right now I've learned something about myself, and that if I want to be being on time or being early actually is a sign of respect to certain people, or I can actually improve relationships if I am on time more and more conscious of time. How I can be more conscious of time is this, that, and third. That's wisdom, right? You have this problem, but you don't allow it to, or you have this situation, but you don't allow it to cripple you. You don't allow it to be the end all be all decision maker on how you show up, why you show up, when you show up, where you show up, but you take it and you learn from it for yourself, for the betterment of yourself, and for the betterment of the relationships with people around you. And again, I think it's very difficult to do that in the moment of something, but I found this again, this journey through a perspective just to be kind of valuable and empowering, and like, yo, okay, yeah, this feel like one of it feels so big right now, but it's not going to be big forever. So sometimes having that kind of tape in the back of your head just helps, shift your perspective. So hopefully that helps somebody on the line. Okay. So today's episode is going to be kind of quick, light, and fun. Well, I don't know about fun. Fun is not necessarily the word, but just a little informative. Okay. I want to talk today about seasonal depression, right? It's getting cold outside, and it's something that I don't think a lot of us pay attention to. Um, I know, especially for me growing up in Michigan, you just think, oh, it's cold. That's, I don't want to go anywhere. And you think there's nothing too much that you can do about it. Right. And so, y'all know I love a little practicality with my spirituality, in that what are some things that we can actually do? How can we actually empower, embolden ourselves um, to still maintain the life, the energy, the feelings that we want, even with, life happening, right? And them seasons, they gonna change. Okay, that weather gonna get cold outside. No matter how much I want to like complain about it, no matter how much I want to go into a ball and not do absolutely anything, but like, sis, we got goals, we got things we want to do, and I'll be damned if I let this cold weather uh stop me from achieving my goals. Okay. So first things first, seasonal affective disorder, which of course the acronym is sad, right? What is it and how does it really show up in women, in our lifestyles, in our moods? So seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression that usually happens in cooler or darker months when the sunlight is limited. So some people call it winter blues, some people call it, seasonal depression, but basically is what's happening is our body is not experiencing as much sunlight. Sunlight helps to produce serotonin in our bodies, okay? Serotonin is like this feel good chemical, right? That often affects your mood, your sleep, your appetite, and your overall kind of sense of well being, right? You could be totally fine, totally safe, but if you're not getting enough serotonin, it could express itself in feeling really sad or irritable, tired, unmotivated, like you just don't want to do anything. You might crave carbs or sweets more, and there may be this struggle to sleep or even focus on different things. So that's basically kind of generally what's happening during these seasonal depression times. Now, it is not, and some people can experience this in like spring or summer, but typically it is associated with that winter, fall, like super dark times. Like it's dark when you go to work and it's dark when you come home. Yeah, we got to get some sunlight. The body is meant to receive sunlight, okay? So if you notice that maybe your energy is low, you're like super tired all the time, and outside of being a woman, I feel like around menstruation or whatever, you always want to be tired. But if you're noticing like it's more and more frequent, your sleep is not right, and you haven't really made any major changes, loss of appetite or interest in the things that you typically would enjoy, you may be experiencing some signs of seasonal depression. So, a lot of times, your body signals to you what it's needing, but your body will react. Your body will tell you if you are starting to do things a little bit different. Take a minute, pay attention to the signs. Okay, it's all there. So, how we can prevent or minimize it? Okay, so there, it's suggested that even if you get 10 or 15 minutes outside can truly, truly help. So go for a walk, even though it's cold. Put on a hoodie, put on some socks, put on your boots. Just walk to the stop sign up the street, or walk around the block once or twice, but make it a like priority, right? It's one of those things you're not going to feel like doing it, but if we can develop the discipline of just getting out and doing it, you'll feel so much better afterwards. I can attest to this. Like, I promise you, just getting out, going for a walk, and you'll be surprised. Like, if you put on a good podcast, you can put on Let's Talk Sis and go for your walk. You can listen to your favorite album and just, like I said, just hit the light and back. It really will do so much for your mood. You don't even have to think of it as like a workout or, trying to lose weight or anything. This is really just a serotonin, dopamine hit for your body, and it will do wonders. You can also do things like light therapy, especially if you live or work indoors, and there are short daylight hours. So if you're like, I don't know that I can get outside in the sunlight, you can purchase, like, go on Amazon, go on TikTok shop, and search for different light therapy lamps, excuse me, and you will literally just like put it on your desk, put it right in front of you. My mom used to have one of these because she worked inside all the time. and we were from Michigan. So you just put it right there on your desk, and the light kind of simulates um, the sunlight, and it can help. Again, the light is gonna boost those serotonin triggers in your brain. Okay, you can also move your body. Okay, so light exercises, stretching. Listen, y'all, I know it's cold, and I'm not here to be anybody's personal trainer or anything like that, but just this is like the proactivity of it all, right? You're gonna get up and take that ibuprofen when you got cramps. So get up and stretch, move your body, allow your brain the opportunity, right, to function at its highest and most full self. So again, it doesn't have to be much. Just get up, touch your toes, stretch left, stretch right, maybe do it a couple times, or put on your favorite album and just move your body around the house, and again, just keep that blood flowing so that you don't fall into the pressure. Because the thing about seasonal depression is like, it's one of those, oh well, today I'll just stay in the couch, and then it's like, well, tomorrow I'll just stay in the couch, and now you've been inside on the couch, ain't moved for the past month. Like, you gotta stay ahead of it. It's one of those things that can very easily sneak up on you, because you're like, oh well, it's just cold and cuddly, and that's true. But it's different when it's your mind creating the the circumstances for you, as opposed to, you know what, today I want to rest, versus there's this like underlying shadow of like this depressive, unmotivated feeling, the reason why you're not doing anything, right? The comment says, I try to march in place between YouTube videos. Excellent. Just gonna get up real quick, do some steps in between whatever you're doing. Again, it doesn't always have to be this extravagant thing. And I think a lot of times for me, especially being a creative, I'll get a simple idea like move your body, and I'll turn it into, well, I gotta put on the workout clothes, and then I gotta find a routine. I gotta, come up with something that I can maintain and do every day. And I just overcomplicated the heck out of the idea. It literally says move your body, and something as simple as standing up, marching in place can check the box, right? Because all of those thoughts that I had, and all those layers that I put on it, now I feel like, well, damn, I ain't gonna do nothing because now I'm overwhelmed, right? So I'm saying that because I am a victim of the overthinking of it all, to where I get analysis paralysis. So anybody out there like that, you can keep it simple, Sam. You can keep it simple, sis, right? So just keep that in mind. Um, Next, you can keep a steady sleep schedule. Okay, so try not to oversleep. Even though that bed feels good and it feels warm, get up. Get up. I'm talking to me. Get up, okay? Your body thrives on consistency, right? Oversleeping can sometimes lead to more headaches, being more tired, and I'm not saying there aren't days when you need a little extra sleep in, but again, don't let one day become 1 month become 5 months. You understand? Okay. And then the last thing is stay socially connected. Isolation can deepen symptoms. Okay, call your girls, do a brunch, do an online virtual party community situation, right? We have way too much access to have all these excuses, okay? Make time to socialize. Be intentional with getting yourself out the house, out the bed, doing something that you enjoy, and intentionally infusing joy into your life, right? And it doesn't have to be much. Maybe you guys just get on a Zoom and you color, or if you ain't trying to go outside for real, you can do so much stuff virtually. But I truly encourage that, you just stay connected. Talk to me in the comments. I'm here every Monday. Okay, we can have a conversation, we can have a check-in. I will be looking for you as well as you looking for me. Okay, so all of these things, some of these things, one or two of these things combined, I promise you will make a big, big different. Consistency, Kimberly Jackson in the comments, dropping the knowledge. Consistency also helps with your sense of safety. It helps your brain know what to predict exactly. So, especially when we're talking about fighting off potential depressive symptoms, safety is going to be very important in supporting that. Okay, so if you are struggling to fight, you're doing the things, you're trying the things, and if you're struggling to still kind of find yourself motivated or come out on the other side, you can seek other resources like therapy, of course. A licensed therapist can really help you get to the root of certain things, to help you unpack certain things, have the conversation with someone who is qualified to help you. I'm really big on conversations, but also I'm really big on considering the source. Not everybody is going to give you good advice just because they got something to say. Okay, sometimes they just saying something. Okay. Next thing you can try is journaling, a gratitude list or prayer and meditation to kind of ground yourself. I post on the Let's Talk Sis podcast page on Facebook and on our TikTok. Every Tuesday, I post a journaling prompt. So, just questions about what your higher self would do, what story you're telling yourself. Amazing prompts to get you thinking, get you to unpack and think about your thinking. Think about what you want out of life. Think about what you don't want out of life. All these different things, just to kind of help again express yourself and get out of our own head, right? And if the symptoms are severe or last for weeks, please consult a doctor or seek out some mental health. And it's not a weakness to seek help. It is wisdom. All right, back to that little perspective journey that we went to. Don't shame yourself because you need help. Don't say I'm always asking for something. I always no, don't do that. Wisdom is okay. I get really depressed around this time. What can I learn? Who do I need to talk to? Who can I talk to to help me manage, help me come out on the other side and help me kind of be in control of this situation as opposed to it controlling me. So, I understand that this is like the holiday season is coming up. People are gathering with their families and I'll have to do another episode on this, but I just remember, or maybe I'll talk about it now. Why not? I remember when I first moved from Michigan to South Florida, and like my very first Christmases, my very first Thanksgivings, they were very, very sad. And now, in this instance, it wasn't because the weather was cold, right? I'm in South Florida. I have literally the sunshine state. It's serotonin on serotonin, but it was because I miss my family, right? It was because I'm seeing pictures online of everybody getting together and I'm not there. And it is very, very sad. And it is very, you feel left out. You do. There's really no other word to describe it. And really, what helped me get through it is just remembering that the perspective, right? It's not forever, it's for now, but it won't always be like this. And I am. I left for a greater purpose, right? I left for me to build myself, for me to build this life, for me to um, not be a lot of what I saw in the city and state that I was from, to find something greater and better for myself. And so remembering your why a lot of times is not going to remove the sadness, right? It's not going to remove the heartache and the longing and the desire to be somewhere. But it does help you to swallow it. It does help you to cry those tears real quick, pat your eyes, and bitch, I'm gonna go to the beach. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna go and do something new or have a new experience or have a new perspective or way to look at things, so Again, just my encouragement for anybody out there who might be experiencing seasonal depression, whether it's from the weather or whether it's because they're not with their loved ones or their families. I encourage you and also with that, be proactive about it. If you on Christmas are like, hey, I'm gonna need y'all to FaceTime me, we're gonna need to hop on a Zoom, we're gonna need to do some sort of watch party, around the holidays so that I am not feeling totally left out, say that, do that, create that space, for yourself and for your family to still connect in some kind of way. Maybe you guys all do Secret Santa and you send the gifts ahead of time or whatever, or you guys get a recipe for Thanksgiving, everybody cooks it together on the live. There's so many ways that we can connect, thankfully, through technology, and that's definitely something I wish I could have would have um, taken advantage of a little bit more, to still create memories, to still create space, to be involved and to be engaged and to be tapped in and tuned in with the fam. So that's my 2 cents. I would love to hear from you guys on different ways that you have manage or deal with the depression of it all, the seasonal depression, the holiday season depression, and just ways that we can uplift each other. Sound off in the comments. Again, you guys can always send me an email at the Let's Talk Sis pod at gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. Okay, so before we go, I like to end every episode with a conversation challenge. Okay, so this week I want you to reach out to 2 or 3 people and just ask them. Maybe they're in cooler states, or they've maybe moved away from the family, but reach out, ask them how they're managing this season and how can you show up for them in this season. And let me know what they say. Sound off in the comments. I'm so curious to hear what y'all come up with. And as always, thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, and share the episode. Okay, we grow this community one by one. See you, sister. Bye.